Right. People are modding for it already. So I'm going to have a look at some of those. I don't want to install too many, but there's a couple of things that I might want to install. So maneuver node controller was one of them. Let's have a look down this. So we got graphics plugin. No. Alarm clock. Don't really use the alarm clock in KSP1. Mod loader for Unity games. Don't need that. Pure black skybox. No, don't want that. Add ComNet lines like in KSP1 to KSP2. That might be useful. We're going to install the community fixes. Custom resource definition of mods to use. No. Docking alignment display. Yes. Flight plan. Plan your space flight. Fly your plan. Handy tools to help you set up a maneuver nodes to get you where you want to be, making spaceflight easier. I want to try that at some point, but not at the moment. Hue utility for me. This is one which really makes me feel a bit strange. Hue utility for mimicking authentic natural skin. Now, can you imagine if you've seen the Kerbals? If I can find a picture. Right. So those are Kerbals, right? Imagine those with a human skin tone. That would look weird, wouldn't it? That would look so weird. I'm going to say no to that one. Hide orbits. Hide distance unrelated planetary orbits in the map view. I'm not going to mess with that at the moment. I wish they made the UI customizable. You could move any UI group, flight scene wherever you want. I'm going to leave that alone for now because I don't want to mess with the UI too much. A set of small navigation tools. Capybara space program. An alternate universe where capybaras are courageous creatures to explore the Kerbal system and beyond. Okay. Kerbal life hacks. A very small amount of life improvements and tuning tweaks. I'm going to do that one. It's already got a life support system, which I'm not going to do because they just make it any harder than it is already. Create, rename, and remove your Kerbal noughts. I'm going to do that one because I might want to add viewers as Kerbals at some point. Right, so that's space parts, solar parts, a patching system. I don't need that. Scripting framework, no. Leak, I don't know what leak is. Map view, use keyboard shortcuts to focus and target celestial bodies, no. Micro engineer. We're going to do micro engineer. Node manager provides services, other mods, no. Orbital service, scan celestial bodies from orbit. We'll probably do that one later on. Patch manager, not needed. Shadow utility. Tech tree, we don't want to mess with the tech tree. A reimagined tech tree, no, we don't want to mess with the tech tree. Okay, so apply. So dependencies, so all of those have got to be installed anyway. Apply. There we go. It's so easy when someone makes like a mod manager. Okay, I guess that's it. Right. I think let's turn off that and that. Let's get rid of that, just in case it causes problems. Oh, excuse me. I can't remember what screen this opens on, so I'll see. Oh, it's automatically loaded on the right screen. How about that? Nice. So we didn't get too far with our Kerbal stuff. Allow Spacewalk to automatically check for mod updates online. No. Hello. Right. So I played a little bit offline. I don't know if I'm gonna need to mute the music. That's the downside about clicking away. Right, have I got an option for graphics? It is set to borderless. I mean, when I set it to windowed, I don't get all of the... I'm missing the bottom of the screen. So I played a little bit offline. And what happened when I played offline was I landed this thing on the Mun. We planted a flag. It was all good. So Valentina's here. We've got 1200 Delta V. Now I tried to get home with 1200 Delta V. But it didn't seem to work. Because so I've got this capsule here. So underneath here I've got a heat shield. So I got all the way back to what I thought was going to be just a simple case of coming in for re-entry. But what happened was this pod seems to heat up no matter what I do. And I have the feeling that it might be bugged. Because even before it comes in for re-entry, it stops. It just overheats and explodes. So, right. So I can get my. I didn't realise we had missions to get. Landed on the Mun. We did it. You did it. With this achievement, the entire Cabela system is ours to explore. We'll get some next level science from the crew's observations, and the head of the snack department finally left. They didn't even blink. Newton had to keep spiritzing their eyes. The Mun, definitely not edible. No. All in all, I'm glad this cheese thing is behind us. I hope the snacks department can recover from this setback. Who knows? Maybe we can pivot to the rock candy. This calls for celebration. Machat. I don't know how you say that. Yeah, 300 science. We also planted a flag. Great work. Maxo Construction said the live feed was deemed acceptable by Francois, which is his highest praise. They clearly think of a lot of themselves, his note said. Congrats on becoming relevant. -F. That's not my grade, is it? With the first space program on Kerbin, I swear some manufacturers are never satisfied. Let's try and stay on the good terms though. I've heard there's a possibility for another toy line in the future. 100 science! Hooray! Right, there's a mysterious signal. Discovered that a fine print on the ladders only shield them from liability when the ladders are used within Kerbin's gravity. They've asked us to take one of their ladders outside the environment to verify its safety. Okay, I can do that. Got some reports that one of our satellites looks lonely. I don't get it, but our probe engineers keep staring mournfully at the sky every time one of them passes overhead. Sometimes they cry. We'd better give them a satellite friend. Orbit Kerbin with a probe core, antenna and solar panel. Picked up a mysterious signal that seemed to be originating from a fixed point on the Mun's surface. We need to investigate. Track mission. Okay, right. We've got lots of science. So if it's probes, we don't have a lot of things to do with probes. I haven't done much with aviation yet. Trusses, not really interested. Docking would be a good idea. That's 50. That's payload. Medium rockets. Right, we'll research that just to get that out of the way. Fuel lines. Quad couplers. Radial attachment points. Aerodynamics. Air brakes. 300. That's a lot just for a fuel line, isn't it? I'm going to go for this one because that's got antennas and stuff. Durable power systems. Atmospheric science. Well, we don't have enough for that. Right, there's 2 probes in that one, and there's a payload. I think we can get all 3 of those. Okay. Right, what have we got out in space at the moment? Lots of debris. Not sure what that is. So I haven't got anything around the Minimus. So there's our signal. It's around the dark side of the... I mean, I could use the lander that I've got to get up into orbit and then come back down. Couldn't I? Without launching another rocket. Right, so we've got micro engineer. Tells us information. Maneuver nodes, calculator, and docking alignments. Interesting, okay. Right, can I... So we can't set it as a target. So I'm literally on the other side of... So we're going to need to go 270, I think. Right. Right. Actually going the wrong way. Should have been going 90. A little bit of a waste of fuel though. I mean, I don't think I'm gonna get round there. We went up too high. Right, let's try this again. Now we want to go 90, don't we? That was a bit close. Right. Now I believe I can do maneuvers whilst I'm paused. Get rid of that. Guessing that is gonna work. It doesn't say how much. Oh, 383. Okay. Okay. Warp to the... Okay. Should have just set off in that direction. Because that's a lot of fuel to waste. When I don't have a lot of fuel to waste. And I still have to land with 300 Delta V. It's not gonna work, really. I mean, I don't have lights on this thing either. So... I mean, the tense music doesn't help. Alright, well, it's going to get past the apoapsis anyway. I think we are high enough. But I don't know if we can land with this amount of fuel. I mean, what direction we're going? What's this? 225. If I lifted off at 225, I wouldn't need to waste fuel, would I? How's it going? I think it's going okay. I'm trying to reuse the ship. It was already on the Mun, and we've got to go around the Mun to find that signal there. It doesn't have a lot of fuel. I'm trying out some mods as well. So, installed a maneuver node controller, which is kind of cool. I still lifted off at the wrong place. I thought I was supposed to be heading 225, but obviously not. I think it looks better than KSP-1. It's still kind of debatable whether it's going to get to the I was going to say the infamy of KSP-1. No, I don't want radial, do we? I thought I was setting off at the right place, but I'm obviously not. And we don't need an apoapsis of that, do we? So how come? It's pretty much level. I just went the wrong way. I think obviously it's. I'm surprised there is modding at the moment. That's what really surprised me. There are people that can do things with this game, even in its infant state, I suppose. Right. Okay. Well, that's near enough. I'm landing in the dark. I've got no lights. I'm using half my fuel. Don't know. But it certainly it runs better. It looks better. I like some of the things that they've done with it. But it's one of those things where time will tell, you know? It's got promise. And I know that way back, because I bought into KSP1 quite a number of years ago. And that... Oh shit. That wasn't in any fit state in early access for quite a while. The 315, that's the direction we need to be going. So from launch off of the Mun, we need to be going to 315. And I keep adjusting that every single time. But there are a few things that are holding it back. You know, to start off with, they didn't have like re-entry heating and stuff. There were a few bugs that do get in the way of the experience, which is just unfortunate. Right. 315 is where we need to go. For some reason, it doesn't seem like the Mun is as mountainous as it is in KSP1. Which strikes me as a bit odd. Seems a bit flat, doesn't it? With any luck, we're going to get around the planet. Which way do we... Oh, which way do we want to go? Up? Yeah. Still not in the right place, but we're closer. Apoapsis of 10. And with the node controller, you can pause the game and adjust your nodes. I mean, stuff like this would be good in the base game. You know? Right. Okay. We didn't lift off exact. But we only need 39, a push of 39. I don't know how close that is. I don't know how we're going to land in the dark, though. I'd imagine this bit is always in the dark. I should have... Well, I haven't really got enough delta V to... piss about. It's near enough for me. Can I save it there? I don't know how I'm gonna do this. In the dark. Right, so we're facing the right way. The I don't know whether the lights are bugged in the main game, which seems like a bit of an oversight, doesn't it? You know, quite important. Round 7. And apparently the community fixes have done something with that. I'm just damn scared of hitting the planet. Because I'm in the dark, can't see. apparently the anomaly is gonna appear. There it is. Now I always struggle with adjusting the orbit. How am I gonna do this? Completely missed it. Bugs! Where did that phantom force come from? Where did that come from? I think we're just going to have to send another mission up. I just don't have enough fuel. Because even 500... I'm just going to have to push her into orbit. I bet she's dizzy. So we're going to have to go prograde and just push her around. And then save her from orbit. The 9 and 16. That's fine. So our missions... I've got a docking alignment thing as well. Which is cool. I didn't install lots of mods. What am I looking for? What am I looking for? I've completely forgotten. So we've got 100 sites on board. I mean, what are the chances? And see, here's another little bug that I can't get rid of. That, see that window? It's off the screen. I can't actually grab the window to pull it on screen. So, yeah. Does that ever go into daylight? That part of the... I mean, the fact that we... supposedly landed with enough fuel. Well, to get that in daylight, that is going to take ages. Oh, I remember what it was. It was the mission track I wanted. So find the mysterious source. Okay. The other ones are escape Kerbin's gravitational SOI, orbit Kerbin with a probe core, antenna, and a solar panel. Okay. Gonna build our first probe, I think. I don't think I've put a probe up there yet. Okie dokie. So I have a theory that the lander, the Explorer rather, is bugged because of heat. Right, so we've got a medium and an extra small probe. Range 200. Okay. So we don't care about bringing the probe back. So is this a medium one? Let's actually put that on it. Let's put Terrier. .3 TWR. It's a bit much. So we want battery. Do I have any payloads yet? You can put a battery in there. Okay. So they give 1,000 a second, so that'd be 2,000 a second. That probe. Source is 2,000 a second. That probe uses 1,300 a second to transmit. It uses 0.025. So 2 solar panels is fine. And we've got a couple of... I think these ones can't be... It's 1,000, that's 1,000. Which way are we going? Put it on the side. Like so. She's gonna need communication. The good thing about the building part of it is that you can build things side by side from each other. Right, yeah, so you can either put this on the top. Data rate 1.5. Transmission rate 5. Electric charge 5,000 a second. Electric charge 7,500 a second. I mean that there says 2,500? Oh, 7.5 is it? I guess. Science Junior. What does Science Junior do? Environment survey. All situations and locations. That narrows it down. Don't know. Narrows it down. Now I'm supposing that the lights actually work now. They work in here, but they don't necessarily work outside. Don't like the fact that they're actually sticking out. .94. 2000 delta V in a Kerbin vacuum. I think this will be alright. Output electric charge 3500. I mean, how big are these in comparison? Holy shit. Seems a bit like overkill, but... cute! Right, so... another thing that I don't understand about the new Kerbal game is the workspace system. They've overcomplicated it, when in fact all you needed to do was have the ability to save ships. Nothing else. But they overcomplicated it with adding workspaces and things which do not make sense at all. Right, so this has got to be... 2.15. .48. I mean, it's got the ability to adjust its orbit. Right, coupling. I believe the stack separator is bugged. At least it was last time I touched it. Now apparently the payloads. Now, do we want cargo? can't put that in there because we don't have cargo, so we're going to have to use fairings. Apparently fairings are bad, but we're going to have to use one. We have no option. Because apparently they don't do well with heat. They don't actually cover up the stuff that you're taking up to orbit. There we go. A capsule. Right, now this is the bit that we fail with. Trying to get this so that it doesn't, you don't overdo it with fuel and such. So fairing, that's the fairing. So we want to do the fairing before letting it go. Yes, that would make sense, wouldn't it? Right, so we want 2 of those. Don't want to do a boat launch. Do a launch pad 1. Engine. Move that out of the way. Swivel or... I'm gonna need to swivel. Again, we can use the lights and the solar panels once we get into orbit. Okay, so now we're going to have 1, 2, 3. Swivel. Going to have... Which way are we going? We want them on the sides here. Two of these. I'll put on your nipples. Okay. So rockets, same time as that one. That's the same time as that one. Get rid of that and get rid of that. That's atmosphere. That's atmosphere. I mean, that's not going to be an atmosphere. 162, 169. It's above. We're gonna lift off. So it only has to get into Kerbin orbit. Okay. Let's go with that. Take that away. I think she'll be fine. Cabin, probe, orbiter. Orbiter, orbitor. Mark 1. What? What? That was a bit weird, wasn't it? Pressed M, went to the map, and then started taking... See, override. What are you talking about? It has a command module. It's called a probe. What the fuck? Don't know why out now. Now can I launch it? Do you know what I'm gonna do? Deactivate that engine. Right. it's not oriented the correct way. But slight gravity turn. Not too far, but took off the engine. Do 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 do. Right. So instead, we're going to put it around the other way. So, release, da 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 da. Fairing. Save. 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 See, it says 7,700 milliseconds there. I think it's lying. Because it's now 5,000. Right. Now, I've been told when you get to 100 meters a second, you start your gravity turn. Thrust. Easy to control. Yeah. We're going to have to go higher for longer because it's too top heavy. she's slowing down. $500. It's not the most efficient rocket in the world. We're gonna get to orbit. Do. But I'm doing all this in the dark, but and go a bit towards the apoapsis. Gonna jettison. Open that. Turn on our lights. There we go. It's not a very good mover. Right, so we've done the lonely satellite. 75. So we're there. I want to put it bigger orbit than that. So the oodles fuel. I don't know why I did that when I don't really need to. Probably not the most efficient orbit I've ever done. Right, maneuver. I don't know what their science juniors are going to be doing, so I'm going to double check. Run environment. Environment for that region already in storage, so we've already done things like that. Never mind. I put it on there just in case. Maneuver node thingy-majiggy. Okie doke, so. Perfect. That's what we want. Point at the maneuver. So much fuel. Didn't need to carry this much fuel. Probably could have taken a tank off. Running so heavy.
are going up.
That'll do. suppose it's a... I should have deorbited the... How much have I got in my second stage? 2,000. Do you know what? I'm going to deorbit the debris and then push it back out. Detach and then push it back out again. I've got 15 minutes till New Year's. Time's flown. Right, so we're going to deorbit that. We're going to move away from it. Push the orbit back out again. Then we have a satellite around Kerbin. I'd like it to kind of be level. Debris gets deorbited. Have a nice circular orbit. How about that? So, I don't know what you can do with the lines. Because normally you'd have it communicating outwards as well, but don't know about that. I mean, I suppose 1,000 kilometers is not too far. There we go. I had hoped the lights would pity they can't be can't be separated. Yeah, I think that's quite successful. Go back to mission control. Oh, I couldn't do that one because it needed a ladder on it. That's what that one was. Excellent. Better internet connection. Plus we've got footage of the satellite smiling. Assume it's smiling and can't read satellite facial expression. Maybe there's a bit of bounce in their orbit. We might have to make this a weekly thing. Friendships are hard to come by. 100 science. Nice. So we're going to need to do that one at some point. Search and development. How much we got? 265. Medium launchers. Well, we don't actually have enough apart from expanded construction or precision aerodynamics. Don't really want to do anything with those. Now it says escape the sphere of influence with a ladder. Does that mean going to another planet? I would like to be able to. Build something that goes to Minmus. So I think that one that's bugged, so we're going to use the tin can. I do have an intention of bringing them home. Stabilizer. I mean, I always want to be able to redock with a spaceship. Leave it out in orbit around the planet and then come back to it and then take it home. I kind of like the idea of that. It's a ladder, isn't it? Extendable landing legs. Mun. Atmosphere. 2,000. Now, what are my docking ports? Do I have a docking port? Did I buy a docking port? I don't think I did. So, we want to take that off. Put that on. Decouple. So I reckon that I should be able to if I attach lots of fuel to drop tanks to be able to land with and then use the center. I mean, I don't have fuel lines yet, do I? Did I not? I didn't buy those. So if I attach the legs, gosh. I mean, at least those will drop off. And I can come back just with a single engine. Okay. Right. Okay. Ooh, countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year! Hee hee. Now we can all go about our business. Happy New Year. Right. So all of the engines need to fire at once. That detaches. That detaches, that detaches. Vacuum. $3,000. I mean, the only problem is getting us up there. Because it's a bit kind of cumbersome looking, isn't it? Got to put the nipples on. You'd think most of this is going to rip off by the time we get up there. Right, there's an adapter there. Does that contain fuel? Don't know. It's one thing I want to do, because it is annoying me a bit. The Kofi bot. It did tell me to redo permissions, but it just keeps saying the same thing every 5 seconds. So possibly tone it down, Kofi bot. Possibly. How do I log into this? Ah, there we go. Right, Kofi bot. Stream alerts. Is it stream alerts? Settings. Every 30 minutes. Every 90, please. Okay. It just seemed quite often, that's all. Quite often indeed. Right, I need a thing back. There we go. Right. So, medium tanks. I've a big one. It's going to land with all this and then it's going to lift off and drop the tanks. It can come back a bit lighter. That is the plan. Do I want to put some monopropellant on it? I don't think I do. Big fat engine. That's a launch engine. We want a pool on there. Do we need that for transfer? I don't think we do. It says 0.61. Doesn't seem like it's gonna... I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Right. Oh yes, I know what I was gonna do. Oh no, I haven't got a payload for that size. Okay, it's just gonna have to go up like this then. There's that. Then gonna have 3 of these to launch with. And we're gonna have... Right, which way are we going? We're going sideways. 2 of those. And these babies. That's what we want. We're gonna have some separatrons to make sure that this thing they separate. That down or up? That's going to push it away. Yeah. Stuff. Right, so those engines with that engine. No. What separatrons go off when we separate? That engine goes off with that engine. That separates that engine. Okay. We want some wings. Four of these. Like so. Want some nipples to go on the top. We want... There we go. I want those to separate at the same time as the engine starts. This might work. I mean, I could slap another bit of fuel on there. Whew, right, so we've got landing lights. We've got solar panels and batteries. I think that's more than enough, to be honest. I mean, the lander is 5 engines. might thrust limit them all. Does that recalculate itself? $25. Well, I mean, Lander Mark 2. Think it's going to work? Do you think it's going to work? Ta-ta for now, Ben. I don't think I'll be on for much longer, to be honest. Part. Get there. And then we're going to colour these ones. So. Save. 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 Launchpad 2. Launchpad 1, please. I have a feeling this is too much power. Watch the separation of the solids. Is it going to be awesome or catastrophic? Yeah. I thought it was using that engine then. That's going to get very, very miffed. Stuck another fuel tank on it. needed more fuel. Gonna put an extra fuel tank on it. And 4 solids. It's got 0.75 once the solids go away. Oh, it's not looking at the right thing. That's curving atmosphere. .6. That's not good. Is it? They go in there. They go in there. They go in there. And once they get released, that just it doesn't have enough power to is odd. I mean, I could go the more efficient route. I don't have fuel lines. Fuck. Can't do that. Can't do that. .57 thrust to weight ratio. It's not even going to get out the atmosphere. It needs more power. But I don't have more power. I suppose the only thing is that it can go off like a scolded dog. Try and get as high as possible, but... I mean, that's going to be even worse. I don't know whether I'm just being too ambitious with the rocket that I've got at the moment. Don't even think it's going to get anywhere close. definitely got to go higher before it would do a gravity turn. Surprised. It is slowing down. But it's gonna struggle. I don't know why I turned the rocket. I should have just been going upwards. Come on, rocket. Got the fuel to spare, but can't remember how fast it's got to go, whether it's 2,000 meters per second, I think. Probably could have turned it a bit quicker to make the orbit faster. I'm just not very good at orbits, really. Which is the whole point of this game. you're heating up. Because we're skipping on the edge of the atmosphere. We're probably going to explode. Don't know what I exploded. Oh, it was a solar panel. Well, fuck. Off come the batteries. Everything's exploding. Right. I think I should go high up and keep going. Do a slight gravity turn and just keep going. I'm going to turn at 200 meters per second. Losing speed. I want to get as much height as I can. I was hoping that the speed would it seems quite a standard rocket. I think I'm just doing very badly with how I'm doing in orbit, you know. But at least we're going to get past 50 this time. Definitely in orbit this time. But not by much. God, I've got a lot of catching up to do with the orbital speed. Most efficient rocket in the world. I don't know why it says the apoapsis is minus. We've passed the apoapsis. We're actually going downwards. Should have got more height. I mean, we should be around the planet by now. This is our orbital maneuver engine. We're not even in orbit. We're just dropping like a stone. Even dipping back into the atmosphere. I don't know what I gotta do. I just can't build efficient rockets. Just can't do it. I mean, I see other people build things similar and they're able to get it further than I can, so I don't... perhaps it's just my method of getting it up there which fails. So, don't know. Confused. Confused. Right. Right. Well, I'm going to call it a night. I'm going to call it a night. Think there's anybody that I know would be streaming at this time of night. They're probably all out partying and celebrating the new year or whatever. Oh, it was very interesting. Driving into the sunset at the Isle of Man, and playing with some spaceships for a little while. That was cool. Got a few mentions on Discord, and I don't know why. Lots of people just saying Happy New Year, I'm guessing. So we were hoping to get a few more people to go in on our Hall of Fame thread, but everyone seems to have picked up on it. I did explain a few details about what things I picked for my best content for 2023. Catching up on a few things. Right, that's it. What day is it? It's now Monday, I think, isn't it? Monday. New Year's Day, Monday. So it's a bank holiday here. I get stocked up on food and what have you. That's all good. Yeah. I don't think I'm going to be back tomorrow. I'm not doing anything. I'm just going to take it easy. In the new year, according to my schedule anyway, we're starting a new season, sim racing series, which is V8 Supercars. I think that starts on January the 12th. Maybe it's not January the 12th. Strangely, it's not on my schedule. Let's have a look at the sim racing online. January the 14th, so it's a Sunday. So we're going to be doing some V8 Supercars on Australian tracks, so that should be fun. Probably in the meantime, between now and then, I'll be doing some more race control stuff. I'm gonna try and every week minimum, I'm gonna try and do my bottom split broadcasts, which are gonna be broadcasting from my other machine. And just doing probably 2 races of each beginner race, so that'll be 6 races. So we at least get a flavour of the series, and they've been announced. I did go through them. None of them really kind of interest me particularly, but yeah. Anyhow, I'm off to bed. Happy New Year. I'll see you in 2024. See you later.